Hello everybody, this is Glenda with AKA GK Fralin and a friendly community. Our friendly community welcomes you. Tonight, a poem or two. This has not been a usual day for me. I've been very contemplative, and we lost my cousin in California a couple of days ago. And it brought back an awful lot of memories and sentiment. The families have been miles and thousands of miles apart for many years, but we've always been close. And when their parents were still alive and my mom was still healthy, we would get together every so often, or somebody would, or lately more with social media. Stephen was 61. And from what I understand, he died in his sleep of a massive heart attack. We don't have any guaranteed number. We don't have any guaranteed date. No matter what we have wrong with us, right with us, we just don't. Anyway, so it's been a contemplative day. Just remembering a lot of those good times when we were younger, and all of the three families got together to sing for my grandparents' 50th anniversary. We were a musical bunch. That was just kind of the Eaken way, you know. It always did my mom's heart good when anybody in the family sang. My aunt would play piano, or my cousin, my sister directing, and all of us singing, most of us on key. Or ever so often, my cousin would play, and her and I would sing. It was just, Steve was always there with my brother. He was the oldest of the 5 Eakens, and Cliff was the oldest of the 6 Millers. And there were the 2 Keefovers, of which Dolores was the oldest, even though she keeps trying to tell us we're all old. And she's not. She is very young at heart, and I love that. Anyway, the brothers, the oldest of both families, always standing behind us, being ornery and bossy, just being big brothers. Anyway, I just didn't seem to be able to come up with anything specific for today. Yes, I've got the calendar, and it's like change passwords day, spunky old lady day. Well, I don't know that I'm old. And today I'm not real spunky. Although I've been told at times I'm perky and kind of silly and goofy and that kind of stuff. And we've had some silly, goofy memories going around. But I have to think of Gayla, his wife, his 2 kids, and his grandson, and how hard this must be for them. Steve was a strong man. And did well with his life. And I know that my cousin Diana was just torn apart to send us that message. And it's hard. My mom was absolutely devastated to be the oldest and the last living. I wouldn't have had it any other way. I would have had them all live old, you know. But life does what it does, and such is the case with Steve. Anyway, so tonight I am simply going to read a couple of poems. One called May Morning. These are by, I'm going to read a couple of poems by Henry David Thoreau. One is called May Morning. And just the briskness and stuff just kind of brings that childhood memory back. The schoolboy loitering on his way to school, scorning to live so rare a day by rule, so mild the air a pleasure 'twas to breathe, for what seems heaven above was earth beneath. Soured neighbors chatted on the garden pile, not quarreling who should drive the needed nail. The most unsocial made new friends that day, as when the sun shines. Husbandmen make hay. How long I slept I know not, but at last I felt my consciousness return fast. For Zephyr rustled past with leafy tread, and heedlessly with one heel grazed my head. My eyelids opened on a field of blue, for close above a nodding violet grew. A part of heaven it seemed, which one could scent, its blue commingling with the firmament. Let's try this one. The peal of the bells. When the world grows old by the chimney's side, then forth to the youngling rocks I glide, where over the waters and over the land the bells are booming on either hand. Now up they go ding, then down they go again dong, and a while they swing to the same old song, and the metal goes round to a single bound, a-lulling the fields with its measured sound, till the tired tongue falls with a lengthening boom, as calm and loud as a crack of doom. Then changed is their measure to tone upon tone, and seldom it is that one sound comes alone, for they ring out their peals in a mingled throng, and the breezes wafted the loud ding-dong along. When the echo has reached me in this lone vale, I am straightway a hero in coat of mail. I tug at my belt and I march to my post, and feel myself more than a match for a host. I am on the alert for some wonderful thing, which somewhere's a taking place. 'Tis perchance the salute which our planet doth ring when it meeteth another in space. And I don't know if Kayla ever listens to these, but just in case, it's called Love. We two that planets erst had been are now a double star, and in the heavens may be seen. where that we fixed are, yet whirled with subtle power along. Into new space we enter, and evermore with spherical song resolve about one center. It's about being one. And Thoreau he lived long before the space age, so some wonderful metaphor. I don't know really what else to say or do or think tonight. I love all of you. I'm sad, but I'm not devastated. I loved Steve. I love the whole family. I know where Steve is. So there's nothing for me to be devastated about. I'm just sorry that he left us all so early, and particularly his family. So fly away, Steve. Walk with the Lord, as we know you are, because he was in your heart. Good night. And good night to you. I'll see you tomorrow. Just a reminder, we do still have our calendar, and the second Friday is Groundhog Day. It's also Bubblegum Day, National Wear Red Day, and Tater Tot Day. And since it's also Give a Kid a Smile Day, what's better for kids than tater tots to give them a smile? Anyway, I'll see you then.